Property and Casualty Exam Prep Agent. Question 1. A personal umbrella policy typically requires underlying limits of Option A. No underlying insurance. Option B. Specified minimums, example, $300,000 on homeowners, $250,000/$500,000 on auto. Option C. Only auto insurance. Option D. Only homeowners insurance. The correct answer is option B. Specified minimums, example, $300,000 on homeowners, $250,000/$500,000 on auto. Umbrella policies require underlying insurance with minimum limits. Question 2. Which of the following damages is designed to compensate an injured party for measurable monetary losses like medical bills and lost wages? Option A. Punitive damages. Option B. General damages. Option C. Special damages. Option D. Nominal damages. The correct answer is option D. Nominal damages. Special, or specific, damages are economic losses that can be calculated and documented through bills and receipts. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 3. Non-renewal of a policy. Option A. Is the same as cancellation. Option B. Is the insurer's decision not to renew at expiration, requiring advance notice. Option C. Requires no notice. Option D. Is always prohibited. The correct answer is option C. Requires no notice. Non-renewal occurs at the end of the policy period, unlike midterm cancellation. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 4. Ordinance or law coverage in a commercial property policy can cover. Option A. No building code upgrades. Option B. The increased cost of complying with building codes after a loss, coverage A, B, and C. Option C. Only demolition costs. Option D. Only legal fees. The correct answer is option D. Only legal fees. Ordinance or law coverage includes demolition, increased cost of construction, and loss to the undamaged portion. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 5. Symbol 1 in a business auto policy designates. Option A. Any auto, broadest coverage for liability. Option B. Only owned autos. Option C. Only hired autos. Option D. Only scheduled autos. The correct answer is option B. Only owned autos. Symbol 1, any auto, provides the broadest liability coverage. In this rotation, B is correct. Question 6. An emergency adjuster is. Option A. A permanent employee. Option B. Temporarily licensed to handle claims after a catastrophe. Option C. A public adjuster. Option D. An independent adjuster. The correct answer is option B. Temporarily licensed to handle claims after a catastrophe. Emergency adjusters are authorized to handle catastrophe claims temporarily. Question 7. The exclusive remedy doctrine means. Option A. The employee can also sue the employer. Option B. Workers' compensation benefits are the employee's sole remedy against the employer. Option C. The employer has no liability. Option D. The employee must pay for their own treatment. The correct answer is option B. Workers' compensation benefits are the employee's sole remedy against the employer. Exclusive remedy bars employee tort suits against the employer. Question 8. The increased cost of construction coverage, ordinance or law coverage C, applies to. Option A. The damaged portion only. Option B. The undamaged portion of the building that must be demolished due to building codes. Option C. The entire building. Option D. Only the foundation. The correct answer is option A. The damaged portion only. Coverage C covers the increased cost to repair or reconstruct the undamaged portion that building codes require to be demolished. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 9. A builder's risk policy covers. Option A. Completed buildings. Option B. Buildings under construction and materials on site. Option C. Liability only. Option D. Workers' compensation. The correct answer is option D. Workers' compensation. Builder's risk covers buildings in the course of construction, including materials and equipment. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 10. Coverage C of a homeowner's policy covers. Option A. The dwelling. Option B. Other structures. Option C. Personal property. Option D. Loss of use. The correct answer is option C. Personal property. Coverage C covers the insured's personal property, both on and off premises, subject to policy limits and exclusions. Question 11. The personal and advertising injury definition in the CGL includes. Option A. Bodily injury. Option B. False arrest, malicious prosecution, libel, slander, and copyright infringement. Option C. Property damage. Option D. Physical injuries only. The correct answer is option C. Property damage. Personal and advertising injury covers non-physical offenses. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 12. Reinsurance is best described as: Option A, an insured buying multiple policies. Option B, insurance purchased by an insurance company to share risk. Option C, insurance for retired persons. Option D, a type of life insurance. The correct answer is option C, insurance for retired persons. Reinsurance is insurance for insurers, allowing them to transfer portions of their risk to other insurers. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 13. The CGL policies who is an insured provision includes: Option A, only the named insured. Option B, the named insured, employees, and certain other persons and organizations. Option C, anyone who is injured. Option D, only corporations. The correct answer is option D, only corporations. Insureds include the named insured, employees, for acts within scope, and certain additional insureds. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 14. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC, Option A, is a federal regulatory body. Option B, drafts model laws and standards for state adoption. It has no direct regulatory authority. Option C, sells insurance. Option D, licenses agents directly. The correct answer is option D, licenses agents directly. The NAIC is a coordinating body of state regulators. It drafts models but doesn't regulate directly. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 15. The PAP's duties after an accident require the insured to: Option A, admit fault immediately. Option B, notify the police if required, provide the insurer with details, and cooperate in the investigation. Option C, pay all damages upfront. Option D, repair the vehicle before inspection. The correct answer is option A, admit fault immediately. The insured must report the accident, cooperate, and allow inspection before repairs. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 16. The four elements required to prove negligence are: Option A, duty, breach of duty, causation, and damages. Option B, intent, motive, opportunity, and harm. Option C, peril, hazard, loss, and exclusion. Option D, offer, acceptance, consideration, and competence. The correct answer is option C, peril, hazard, loss, and exclusion. For a negligence claim to succeed, the plaintiff must prove duty, breach, causation, proximate cause, and damages. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 17. A hired auto under a commercial auto policy is: Option A, an auto the insured owns. Option B, an auto the insured leases, hires, rents, or borrows, not from employees. Option C, only rental cars. Option D, only leased vehicles. The correct answer is option A, an auto the insured owns. Hired autos are those the insured leases, hires, rents, or borrows. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 18. The replacement cost endorsement for personal property. Option A, pays actual cash value. Option B, pays the cost to replace without deducting for depreciation. Option C, pays agreed value. Option D, pays market value. The correct answer is option B, pays the cost to replace without deducting for depreciation. Replacement cost on contents removes depreciation from the settlement. Question 19. An adhesion contract means: Option A, both parties negotiated equally. Option B, the contract is drafted by one party, the insurer, and the other party must accept or reject it as is. Option C, it is non-binding. Option D, it requires a notary. The correct answer is option A, both parties negotiated equally. Insurance policies are contracts of adhesion. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 20. Workers' compensation provides: Option A, liability coverage for the employer. Option B, medical and wage loss benefits to employees for work-related injuries, regardless of fault. Option C, only medical benefits. Option D, only death benefits. The correct answer is option A, liability coverage for the employer. Workers' comp is a no-fault system for work injuries. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 21. An inland marine policy covers: Option A, ocean-going vessels only. Option B, property in transit over land and certain movable property. Option C, real estate. Option D, automobiles. The correct answer is option C, real estate. Inland marine insurance covers property that moves or is transportable, such as cargo, fine arts, and equipment. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 22. Which of the following is a type of insurer owned by its policyholders? Option A, stock company. Option B, mutual company. Option C, Lloyd's Association. Option D, surplus lines insurer. The correct answer is option A, stock company. Mutual companies are owned by policyholders who share in dividends. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 23. The Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act covers option A, railroad workers, option B, maritime workers who are not seamen, dock workers, harbor workers, option C, federal employees, option D, agricultural workers. The correct answer is option A, railroad workers. The LAOCA covers maritime workers who are not covered by the Jones Act. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 24. Employers' liability insurance, Part 2 of Workers' Compensation, covers option A, statutory workers' compensation benefits, option B, the employer's liability for work-related injuries not covered by workers' compensation laws, example, loss of consortium claims, option C, property damage, option D, automobile accidents. The correct answer is option B, the employer's liability for work-related injuries not covered by workers' compensation laws, example, loss of consortium claims. Employer's liability covers claims outside the workers' compensation system, such as third-party oversuits and loss of consortium. Question 25. Bobtail coverage provides liability insurance for option A, a tractor when it is pulling a trailer, option B, a tractor when it is driven without a trailer, deadheading, option C, only cargo, option D, only physical damage. The correct answer is option A, a tractor when it is pulling a trailer. Bobtail, deadhead, coverage applies when a tractor is operated without its trailer. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 26. Boycott, coercion, and intimidation are unfair trade practices that involve option A, competitive pricing, option B, using threats or force to affect insurance transactions or restrain competition, option C, fair negotiation, option D, offering multiple quotes. The correct answer is option A, competitive pricing. Unfair methods of competition include coercive tactics. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 27. A newly acquired auto has automatic coverage under a PAP for option A, the full policy term without notice, option B, a limited period, typically 14 days, if the insured notifies the insurer, option C, no coverage until added to the policy, option D, 30 days regardless of notification. The correct answer is option C, no coverage until added to the policy. Newly acquired autos have automatic coverage for a short period, provided the insured notifies the insurer. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 28. The general aggregate limit in a CGL policy is option A, the per occurrence limit, option B, the maximum paid for all covered losses during the policy period, except products completed operations, option C, the medical payments limit, option D, the deductible. The correct answer is option B, the maximum paid for all covered losses during the policy period, except products completed operations. The general aggregate caps total non-products claims. Question 29. The exclusive remedy provision of workers' compensation means option A, the employee can also sue the employer, option B, workers' compensation benefits are the employee's sole remedy against the employer, option C, the employer has no liability, option D, the employee must pay for their own treatment. The correct answer is option C, the employer has no liability. Exclusive remedy bars employee lawsuits against the employer for covered injuries. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 30. An agreed value auto policy. Option A, pays actual cash value at loss. Option B, pays a predetermined amount agreed upon at policy inception, used for classic cars. Option C, pays replacement cost. Option D, pays market value. The correct answer is option B, pays a predetermined amount agreed upon at policy inception, used for classic cars. Agreed value policies pay the agreed amount, avoiding ACV disputes for collector vehicles. Question 31. Ordinance or law coverage in homeowners' policies. Option A, is automatically included with full limits. Option B, is typically limited or excluded, may be added by endorsement. Option C, covers all code upgrades. Option D, has no limit. The correct answer is option B, is typically limited or excluded, may be added by endorsement. Standard HO policies provide limited ordinance or law coverage. Question 32. The Terrorism Risk Insurance Act, TRIA. Option A, excludes all terrorism coverage. Option B, provides a federal backstop for terrorism insurance losses. Option C, requires insurers to cover all terrorism. Option D, is a state program. The correct answer is option A, excludes all terrorism coverage. TRIA creates a federal reinsurance mechanism for certified terrorism losses. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 33. What is the term for a condition that increases the likelihood of a loss occurring? Option A, peril. Option B, risk. Option C, hazard. Option D, indemnity. The correct answer is option C, hazard. A hazard is a condition that increases the probability or severity of a loss. A peril is the actual cause of loss, like fire or wind. Question 34. A drop-down provision in an umbrella policy means. Option A. The umbrella covers all losses from the first dollar. Option B. The umbrella provides coverage when an underlying policy's limits are exhausted or the loss is not covered by underlying insurance. Option C. The policy drops in coverage. Option D. The premium drops. The correct answer is option B. The umbrella provides coverage when an underlying policy's limits are exhausted or the loss is not covered by underlying insurance. Drop-down coverage fills gaps when underlying limits are exhausted or a loss is not covered by underlying insurance. Question 35. Water damage from a burst pipe is generally covered under homeowners' policies because. Option A. It is considered flood damage. Option B. It is sudden and accidental, not a gradual leak. Option C. All water damage is covered. Option D. It is excluded. The correct answer is option C. All water damage is covered. Sudden and accidental water discharge from plumbing is covered, gradual leakage and seepage are typically excluded. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 36. A reservation of rights letter. Option A waives the insurer's rights. Option B notifies the insured that the insurer is investigating but may later deny coverage. Option C cancels the policy. Option D accepts coverage unconditionally. The correct answer is option B, notifies the insured that the insurer is investigating but may later deny coverage. A reservation of rights letter preserves the insurer's defenses while providing a defense or investigating. Question 37. Which of the following is covered under coverage A of a homeowner's policy? Option A, personal property. Option B, the dwelling and attached structures. Option C, loss of use. Option D, personal liability. The correct answer is option A, personal property. Coverage A covers the dwelling, including attached structures. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 38. Installing a sprinkler system is an example of. Option A, risk avoidance. Option B, risk reduction. Option C, risk transfer. Option D, risk retention. The correct answer is option B, risk reduction. Risk reduction, or risk control, involves taking steps to reduce the frequency or severity of losses. Question 39. An occurrence liability policy covers. Option A, only claims made during the policy period. Option B, injury or damage that occurs during the policy period, regardless of when the claim is made. Option C, only claims reported within 60 days. Option D, only intentional acts. The correct answer is option C, only claims reported within 60 days. Occurrence policies cover injury or damage that occurs during the policy period, even if the claim is made years later. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 40. The salvage value of a totaled vehicle. Option A, belongs to the insured. Option B, belongs to the insurer after they pay the total loss settlement. Option C, is discarded. Option D, is donated to charity. The correct answer is option B, belongs to the insurer after they pay the total loss settlement. The insurer takes possession of the salvage and deducts its value from the settlement. Question 41. The accounts receivable coverage form covers. Option A, physical damage to accounts receivable records. Option B, losses from inability to collect accounts receivable due to damaged records. Option C, bad debts. Option D, loan defaults. The correct answer is option C, bad debts. This coverage pays for amounts uncollectible because records were damaged and the costs to reconstruct records. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 42. Uninsured motorist coverage protects against. Option A, damage to the insured's vehicle from any cause. Option B, bodily injury caused by a driver with no insurance. Option C, all hit-and-run property damage. Option D, the insured's own negligence. The correct answer is option C, all hit-and-run property damage. Covers by from uninsured or hit-and-run drivers. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 43. A foreign insurer is one that is. Option A, incorporated in the state. Option B, incorporated in another state. Option C, incorporated in another country. Option D, unlicensed. The correct answer is option C, incorporated in another country. Foreign insurers are domestic in one state but doing business in another state. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 44. General damages compensate for. Option A, measurable financial losses. Option B, non-economic losses such as pain and suffering. Option C, medical expenses. Option D, property damage. The correct answer is option C, medical expenses. General damages are intangible, non-economic losses not easily quantified. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 45. A commercial property policies, your business personal property includes, option A, the building, option B, property owned by the insured and used in the business, option C, property of others only, option D, real estate. The correct answer is option B, property owned by the insured and used in the business. Business personal property is the insured's own business contents, including furniture, fixtures, equipment, and inventory. Question 46. An insurance producer, agent/broker, must be licensed. Option A, only in their home state. Option B, in the state where they transact insurance. Option C, only if they sell life insurance. Option D, by the federal government. The correct answer is option D, by the federal government. Producers must be licensed in each state where they do business. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 47. A commercial condominium unit owner's form is similar to, option A, HO 3, option B, HO 6, option C, HO 4, option D, DP1. The correct answer is option A, HO 3. Commercial condo coverage is analogous to the HO 6 for residential condominiums. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 48. The actual cash value settlement for a vehicle is, option A, replacement cost, option B, the pre-loss market value, considering depreciation, option C, the original purchase price, option D, the loan balance. The correct answer is option D, the loan balance. ACV is replacement cost minus depreciation. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 49. A sign coverage form, inland marine, covers, option A, all signs regardless of value, option B, neon, mechanical, and electrical signs, option C, only hand-painted signs, option D, only permanent signs. The correct answer is option C, only hand-painted signs. Sign floaters cover valuable signs, particularly neon and electrical signs. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 50. Coverage C of the CGL policy provides, option A, bodily injury liability, option B, medical payments, no-fault medical expenses for injuries on premises, option C, personal injury liability, option D, products liability. The correct answer is option D, products liability. Coverage C is medical payments coverage, regardless of fault. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 51. A total loss in auto insurance occurs when, option A, the vehicle needs minor repairs, option B, the repair cost plus salvage value equals or exceeds the vehicle's ACV, option C, the insured decides not to repair, option D, the insurer decides. The correct answer is option A, the vehicle needs minor repairs. A total loss is determined by comparing repair cost to ACV. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 52. An occurrence in the CGL policy is defined as, option A, an intentional act, option B, an accident, including continuous or repeated exposure to substantially the same harmful conditions, option C, only a sudden event, option D, a criminal act. The correct answer is option B, an accident, including continuous or repeated exposure to substantially the same harmful conditions. Occurrence includes accidents and repeated exposure to harmful conditions. Question 53. The DP1, dwelling property 1, form provides coverage on which basis? Option A, open perils, option B, named perils, basic form, option C, replacement cost only, option D, broad form. The correct answer is option B, named perils, basic form. DP1 is the basic form providing named perils coverage, typically on an actual cash value basis for personal property. Question 54. Specific insurance means, option A, a blanket limit for all property, option B, a separate limit for each specific item or location, option C, unlimited coverage, option D, liability only. The correct answer is option C, unlimited coverage. Specific insurance applies a distinct limit to each described item or location. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 55. Custom equipment in a vehicle is covered under a PAP. Option A, unlimited. Option B, up to a sublimit, typically $1,000 to $5,000, unless additional coverage is purchased. Option C, fully covered under standard limits. Option D, not covered at all. The correct answer is option A, unlimited. Standard PAPs have limited coverage for custom equipment. Additional coverage can be purchased. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 56. Supplementary payments in a liability policy cover. Option A. The full judgment amount. Option B. Additional costs like court costs, attorney fees, and bond premiums in addition to the liability limit. Option C. The deductible. Option D. The premium. The correct answer is option A. The full judgment amount. Supplementary payments are made in addition to the liability limits. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 57. Diminution of value claims seek to recover. Option A. The full replacement cost. Option B. The reduction in a vehicle's market value after repair from an accident. Option C. Medical expenses. Option D. The deductible. The correct answer is option C. Medical expenses. Diminution of value is the difference between pre-accident and post-repair market value. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 58. The cancellation clause in a property policy typically requires. Option A. No notice to the insured. Option B. Advance written notice to the insured, with timeframes varying by reason. Option C. Immediate cancellation without notice. Option D. Court approval. The correct answer is option D. Court approval. Insurers must provide advance notice of cancellation. Timeframes vary by state and reason for cancellation. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 59. What does the law of large numbers allow insurers to do? Option A. Guarantee profits every fiscal year. Option B. Predict future losses more accurately. Option C. Insure against catastrophic events only. Option D. Eliminate the need for underwriting. The correct answer is option D. Eliminate the need for underwriting. As the number of similar exposure units increases, insurers can more accurately predict the statistical probability of a loss. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 60. The standard mortgage clause provides more protection than a loss payable clause because. Option A. The mortgagee has fewer rights. Option B. The mortgagee's coverage is not voided by the insured's acts. Option C. The mortgagee pays the premium. Option D. The mortgagee is the insured. The correct answer is option B. The mortgagee's coverage is not voided by the insured's acts. The standard mortgage clause protects the mortgagee's interest even if the insured violates policy conditions. Question 61. Market conduct examinations by state insurance departments review. Option A. An insurer's financial condition only. Option B. An insurer's sales, advertising, underwriting, and claims practices. Option C. Only premium rates. Option D. Only agent licensing. The correct answer is option D. Only agent licensing. Market conduct exams focus on treatment of policyholders and compliance with laws. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 62. Replacement cost coverage pays. Option A. The depreciated value of damaged property. Option B. The cost to repair or replace with materials of like kind and quality without deduction for depreciation. Option C. The market value. Option D. The original purchase price. The correct answer is option B. The cost to repair or replace with materials of like kind and quality without deduction for depreciation. Replacement cost coverage does not deduct for depreciation, providing funds to replace damaged property with new materials. Question 63. The contractual liability exclusion in the CGL has an exception for. Option A. All contracts. Option B. Liability assumed under an insured contract. Option C. Only written contracts. Option D. Only oral agreements. The correct answer is option B. Liability assumed under an insured contract. Insured contracts, leases, sidetrack agreements, etc., are covered. Question 64. Financial examination by state insurance departments reviews. Option A. Claims handling. Option B. An insurer's financial solvency and compliance with accounting standards. Option C. Agent conduct. Option D. Advertising practices. The correct answer is option A. Claims handling. Financial exams assess the insurer's financial health. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 65. An appraisal in a property claim is. Option A. The insurer's estimate only. Option B. A binding alternative dispute resolution process where each party selects an appraiser. Option C. A lawsuit. Option D. Mediation. The correct answer is option C. A lawsuit. Appraisal resolves valuation disputes without litigation. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 66. Under the standard mortgage clause, the mortgagee, option A, has no rights under the policy. Option B receives loss payment even if the insured violated policy conditions. Option C must pay the premium. Option D cannot file a claim. The correct answer is option A, has no rights under the policy. The mortgagee's interest is protected even if the insured's actions would void coverage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 67. Earthquake coverage in a homeowner's policy is: Option A, automatically included. Option B, excluded but may be added by endorsement or separate policy. Option C, included for all perils. Option D, only available in California. The correct answer is option C, included for all perils. Earthquake is excluded in standard HO policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 68. A certificate of insurance provides: Option A, actual coverage to the certificate holder. Option B, evidence that insurance exists on the date of issuance. Option C, a guarantee of coverage for all parties. Option D, full policy terms and conditions. The correct answer is option A, actual coverage to the certificate holder. A certificate is evidence of coverage, not the actual policy. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 69. The PAP excludes coverage for: Option A, personal use of the vehicle. Option B, racing, speed contests, and use of the vehicle to cause intentional harm. Option C, commuting to work. Option D, running errands. The correct answer is option C, commuting to work. Racing and intentional acts are specifically excluded. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 70. A warranty in an insurance contract is: Option A, a statement believed to be true. Option B, a guarantee that a specific condition is absolutely true. Option C, the same as a representation. Option D, an optional policy provision. The correct answer is option A, a statement believed to be true. A warranty is a strict guarantee. Breach voids coverage regardless of materiality. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 71. The fellow employee exclusion in a commercial auto policy excludes: Option A, all employee injuries. Option B, injuries to fellow employees in the course of employment. Option C, only management injuries. Option D, only non-employee injuries. The correct answer is option A, all employee injuries. This exclusion prevents duplication with workers' compensation. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 72. An anti-stacking provision in a PAP. Option A, allows combining of limits. Option B, prevents combining of multiple policy limits for a single loss. Option C, increases coverage. Option D, reduces premiums without limit changes. The correct answer is option C, increases coverage. Anti-stacking provisions limit recovery to one policy's limits. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 73. The nuclear energy liability exclusion in a commercial auto policy. Option A, covers nuclear accidents. Option B, excludes losses from nuclear energy hazards, covered by specialized nuclear pools. Option C, is optional. Option D, only applies to power plants. The correct answer is option B, excludes losses from nuclear energy hazards, covered by specialized nuclear pools. Nuclear risks are excluded and insured through specialized nuclear insurance pools. Question 74. The subrogation provision in a PAP allows the insurer to: Option A, cancel the policy. Option B, recover claim payments from a responsible third party. Option C, deny all claims. Option D, increase premiums. The correct answer is option D, increase premiums. Subrogation transfers the insured's recovery rights to the insurer. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 75. The omnibus clause in an auto policy. Option A, covers only the named insured. Option B, extends coverage to permissive users. Option C, excludes all other drivers. Option D, reduces coverage. The correct answer is option C, excludes all other drivers. Permissive use extends liability coverage to those using the vehicle with permission. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 76. The each occurrence limit in a liability policy is: Option A, the maximum paid for all claims in a policy year. Option B, the maximum paid for all damages arising from a single occurrence. Option C, the deductible. Option D, the premium. The correct answer is option C, the deductible. The per occurrence limit caps the insurer's payment for any one loss event. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 77. Garage coverage form, dealers, includes: Option A, only liability. Option B, liability, garage keepers, and physical damage coverage for dealer vehicles. Option C, only physical damage. Option D, only workers' compensation. The correct answer is option D, only workers' compensation. The garage form provides a package of liability, physical damage, and garage keepers coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 78. The each occurrence limit in a CGL policy. Option A, is the annual maximum. Option B, is the maximum payable for all damages from a single occurrence. Option C, applies to all occurrences combined. Option D, is the same as the aggregate. The correct answer is option A, is the annual maximum. The per occurrence limit caps payment for any one loss event. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 79. The parole evidence rule states that option A, oral agreements can modify a written contract. Option B, a written contract cannot be changed by prior oral agreements. Option C, all contracts must be oral. Option D, only oral testimony is admissible in court. The correct answer is option B, a written contract cannot be changed by prior oral agreements. The parole evidence rule prevents parties from introducing prior oral agreements to contradict the terms of a written contract. Question 80. The CGL classification system determines premium based on option A, the insured's credit score. Option B, the type of business operations and associated risk. Option C, the location only. Option D, the number of employees only. The correct answer is option C, the location only. Classification codes reflect the business type and its inherent risk. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 81. Part D of a PAP provides option A, liability coverage. Option B, medical payments coverage. Option C, uninsured motorist coverage. Option D, coverage for damage to your auto, physical damage. The correct answer is option B, medical payments coverage. Part D covers collision and other than collision, comprehensive, damage to the insured vehicle. In this rotation, B is correct. Question 82. The term Bailey liability refers to option A, the Bailey's liability for damage to customer's property. Option B, the customer's liability. Option C, the insurer's liability. Option D, no liability. The correct answer is option D, no liability. Baileys are legally liable for damage to property in their care, custody, and control. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 83. A binder in insurances. Option A, the full policy. Option B, a temporary contract providing immediate coverage until the policy is issued. Option C, a rejection of coverage. Option D, a cancellation notice. The correct answer is option C, a rejection of coverage. Binders provide temporary coverage pending issuance of the formal policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 84. The care, custody, or control exclusion in a liability policy excludes option A, damage to the insured's own property. Option B, damage to personal property in the insured's care, custody, or control. Option C, bodily injury to others. Option D, completed operations. The correct answer is option C, bodily injury to others. This exclusion applies to property of others that is under the insured's direct physical control. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 85. The household exclusion in some PAPs excludes liability coverage for option A, injuries to pedestrians. Option B, bodily injury to family members residing in the same household. Option C, damage to other vehicles. Option D, injuries to passengers. The correct answer is option B, bodily injury to family members residing in the same household. Some states allow an exclusion for injuries to resident family members to prevent collusive claims. Question 86. An additional insured on a commercial auto policy. Option A, has no rights under the policy. Option B, is protected under the policy for liability arising from the named insured's operations. Option C, is the same as a named insured. Option D, pays the premium. The correct answer is option B, is protected under the policy for liability arising from the named insured's operations. Additional insureds receive liability protection for vicarious liability arising from the named insured's actions. Question 87. The duties after an accident or loss in a PAP require the insured to option A, do nothing. Option B, notify the insurer promptly, cooperate with the investigation, and submit to medical exams if required. Option C, only call the police. Option D, pay the deductible immediately. The correct answer is option B, notify the insurer promptly, cooperate with the investigation, and submit to medical exams if required. The insured must provide prompt notice, cooperate, and comply with reasonable requests. Question 88. The primary purpose of liability insurance is to option A, pay for damage to the insured's own property. Option B, protect the insured against financial loss from legal claims made by others. Option C, cover medical expenses of the insured. Option D, pay the insured's lost wages. The correct answer is option B, protect the insured against financial loss from legal claims made by others. Liability insurance covers the insured's legal obligation to pay damages to others for bodily injury or property damage. Question 89. The standard homeowner's policy, HO3, provides what type of coverage for the dwelling? Option A, named perils only. Option B, open perils, all risk, coverage. Option C, no coverage for the dwelling. Option D, liability only. The correct answer is option C, no coverage for the dwelling. The HO3 provides open perils, special form, coverage for the dwelling and named perils for personal property. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 90. The co-insurance clause in a property policy requires: Option A, the insured to share in all losses. Option B, the insured to carry a specified percentage of the property's value to avoid a penalty. Option C, the insurer to pay double for losses. Option D, two or more insurers to share the risk. The correct answer is option B, the insured to carry a specified percentage of the property's value to avoid a penalty. Co-insurance encourages policyholders to insure their property to a reasonable percentage of its value. Question 91. A building and personal property coverage form covers: Option A, liability only. Option B, buildings, business personal property, and personal property of others. Option C, automobiles. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option A, liability only. The BPP form covers direct physical loss to buildings and business personal property. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 92. An equipment dealer's coverage form covers: Option A, real estate only. Option B, mobile equipment and inventory of equipment dealers. Option C, buildings. Option D, liability. The correct answer is option B, mobile equipment and inventory of equipment dealers. Equipment dealers forms cover the stock of equipment dealers, often on an open perils basis. Question 93. The exclusive remedy doctrine in workers' compensation means: Option A, the employee can sue the employer for additional damages. Option B, workers' compensation benefits are the employee's exclusive remedy against the employer for work injuries. Option C, the employer has no liability. Option D, the employee must pay for their own medical care. The correct answer is option A, the employee can sue the employer for additional damages. In exchange for guaranteed benefits, employees generally give up the right to sue their employer. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 94. The other insurance clause in a commercial property policy addresses: Option A, whether other insurance is permitted. Option B, how the policy shares losses with other insurance covering the same property. Option C, the insurer's subrogation rights. Option D, cancellation. The correct answer is option A, whether other insurance is permitted. The other insurance clause describes how loss payment is shared among multiple policies. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 95. Pollution liability insurance covers: Option A, all pollution. Option B, gradual and sudden pollution events, as the CGL pollution exclusion is broad. Option C, only sudden pollution. Option D, only government-mandated cleanup. The correct answer is option A, all pollution. Pollution liability policies fill the gap left by the CGL pollution exclusion. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 96. Professional liability, errors and omissions, insurance covers: Option A, bodily injury from slip and fall. Option B, financial losses from negligent professional services. Option C, property damage. Option D, employee injuries. The correct answer is option D, employee injuries. Professional liability covers claims for financial loss arising from professional negligence, not physical injury or property damage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 97. Implied authority refers to: Option A, authority explicitly written in the contract. Option B, authority that is reasonably necessary to carry out express authority. Option C, authority the agent assumes. Option D, authority granted by the insured. The correct answer is option D, authority granted by the insured. Implied authority flows from express authority and includes actions necessary to perform the agent's duties. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 98. An insurance commissioner, director/superintendent, is responsible for: Option A, selling insurance. Option B, enforcing state insurance laws and regulations. Option C, setting all insurance rates. Option D, writing model laws. The correct answer is option A, selling insurance. The commissioner enforces laws, licenses companies and agents, and oversees market conduct. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 99. Legal liability garagekeeper's coverage pays: Option A, regardless of fault. Option B, only if the garage is legally liable for the damage. Option C, for all losses. Option D, excess over other insurance. The correct answer is option D, excess over other insurance. Legal liability coverage requires proof of the garage's negligence. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 100. A non-waiver agreement is, option A, an agreement to waive all policy conditions, option B, a document signed by the insured allowing the insurer to investigate without waiving policy defenses, option C, an agreement not to cancel the policy, option D, a waiver of premium. The correct answer is option A, an agreement to waive all policy conditions. A non-waiver agreement permits investigation while preserving the insurer's right to later deny coverage. In this rotation, A is correct.